It's the Yoba series.
Question: can I prove that it's worth changing your diet for a better gut biome? So here's something that might blow your mind and make you think twice when you're reaching for your food. There are two types of genes that are important to know. The first are your genetics. These are passed down to you by your ancestry, your parents, and also your grandparents. These genes are called Mendelian genes. Mendelian genes refer to certain types of inheritance patterns. These are found as traits that are passed from parents to offspring. These are the genes that we are most familiar with within society. This is because they have been discovered for well over a century and are widely known throughout society. The second, less common genetic types are microbial genetics. Microbial genetics provides powerful tools for deciphering the regulation, as well as the functional and the pathway organization of cellular processes. So the gut microbiome and the habitat that the gut microbiome lives in are there also as a genetic pool for the body to be able to create and express hormones via the bloodstream. What does this mean for you? It basically means that Mendelian genes are fixed. They are inherited genetic traits that you can't change. So if you're like really ugly, then there is nothing that you can do about it. Sorry. Joking. It means that basically they're not going to change. But microbes are able to change their behavior from the environment they're placed in. Their behavior can also change from the nutrients that they receive and the habits that are created to either survive or thrive, or to not be well looked after. However, if the gut microbiome is not well looked after, then what's more than likely to happen is that these genes of the gut microbiome are going to switch off, or they're going to be lost to the community, if you like, the community of the gut biome. And it looks like the choice is completely up to you. Whatever you decide to do with your gut health, your choices will have a massive effect and impact on your well-being. And even if you are someone who suffers with one of these metabolic diseases, the choices that you continue to make with the food that you eat and the environment in which you live in and the way that you try to keep your body healthy will continue to inflame these metabolic diseases. What does this mean for you? Well, this really depends on you and what you want to do in your life. I don't mean to sound like a life coach, but this really is about your life's choices. My one question that I would ask myself is, if I were in a transient position, then my first question would be, how do I feel? And I know that that's a really boring and straightforward question, but if you think about it, how do I feel actually makes you think about your position in life and where you want to go from here. After asking that question, how do I feel? You may begin to want to think, am I overweight? And does that have an effect on my well-being or my lifestyle? Am I worried about my health? Or would I like to get fitter? Do I feel overwhelmed or anxious or even too stressed out? And how would I be able to fix and improve those feelings and emotions? So if I feel lethargic or lower in myself, am I active enough? And do I need to move more? Do I feel overwhelmed or overthink my health? Is it on my mind a lot, or has it been on my mind a lot lately? Now, maybe they are perhaps some quite negative questions that you're going to ask yourself there. And hopefully the answers aren't necessarily quite as bad. But if you did answer yes, or perhaps maybe to those examples of questions that are just given to you, then I personally would contemplate the possibility that I may need to change my diet, my lifestyle, and also my exercises so that I eventually turn a corner in my lifestyle, my habits, and also to furthermore improve my well-being.
It's the Yo Bossy Wish.